Why you'll never retain talent. I've seen a lot of companies. You don't have to pay for 3 hours of overtime. The gate is always open if you're a minute late. Employees go home in the middle of the night. Missed the subway and bus. They have to pay for a taxi. When they get home, they're starving. They can't even eat. I can assure you. No one in China's HR cares about this. The good guys in this company are bound to turn evil. So why do you lose talent? Why can't you keep his heart? So what's the meaning of heart? About 20 or 30 years ago, I attended a watch exhibition in Europe. Most of them were famous Swiss watches. Especially at the entrance. I saw Xiao Dong of a company was being interviewed by the media. The first sentence of his interview aroused my interest. He said, "Sorry. Our company. Maybe the youngest company. The youngest company." He said our company was founded in 1952. It's a few years older than me. So I felt very depressed. Then I took a closer look. It's true that every watch is respectable. Why does everyone know that? In the character introduction, the founder of the company's major shareholders is always placed in the most important position. But these companies are different. They put the most important engineer. They put the most important engineer, the craftsman, at the top of the page. And these people are not bosses. They're employees. He puts the employee at the top of the list. That's the human heart. Why is that? Because it attracts as many juniors as it can. Wow, look at all these people who came before me. A new watchmaker sees him and says, "I must learn from him." Why is that? Swiss clocks can survive for more than 300 years. Only if your heart is strong enough. Strong enough centripetal force. The life of the company will be very long. That's what I learned more than 30 years ago. I learned that more than 30 years ago. That's why my management has always been very humane. Just like me. Once one of my business managers told me he was sick because he wasn't feeling well. He couldn't come to work today. I told him to take the day off. After lunch, I went to work. I drove through the center of Shanghai, the department store on Nanjing Road. I suddenly realized he was shopping with his girlfriend. My driver knew him and told me, "Mr. Su. That's not Mr. So-and-so." I said, "It's good to know." "That's good to know. Drive faster. Don't let him see us. I'm avoiding him." I told the driver. I told him not to talk back. "Do you understand?" He said, "I understand." Of course, the driver asked me why he lied to you. Why did he lie to you? Why did you let him go? And deliberately avoided him. I said, "It's good that you asked. I'll tell you." When I saw that glance, he was really sick. He stared at me. He was fine. One of them is alive and kicking. When the two people below are holding you, talking and laughing. I said, "He's recovered from his illness. That's why he's jumping around." Do you know why I said he was sick? It's because he's always working hard at the company. He works hard day and night. Maybe he neglected to take care of his girlfriend. Maybe his girlfriend complained. He has accumulated a lot of grievances. In the end, he had no choice but to take a day off. Why don't I take a day off to spend time with my girlfriend? If I don't allow this price, he might end up breaking up with his girlfriend. If he breaks up, it'll cause him more psychological stress and damage. He might lose his motivation. If he doesn't, that's the biggest loss to our company. That's why I have to let him see a doctor. Understand? That's why I not only didn't expose him, I encouraged him. And it turns out. The next day he came to the company. I was especially happy to see him. He came in like this happily. I especially asked him, "Shall health how? Is it okay?" He said, "I'm fine." "It's all good," he said. "Yes. If something happens, you can take a few more days off. Get well and get better." He looks like me. That's why I keep emphasizing. People are the lifeblood of an organization. I've seen many companies fail. It's because people's hearts are turned against them. There are many such companies. There's no way to organize people's hearts. Like the current assessment. It's so easy to write a few words like this. It's so easy to say good or bad at the end. Do you think the human heart is just a few pieces of paper? Can do it? It's hard, so of course someone will ask, then what will happen in the future? Everything you have to presuppose. Think of all kinds of ways. The framework is best to add a handcuff. Handcuff it better. A lot of companies lose their talent like this. Why can't they keep their hearts? So as a wise businessman, must be responsive to people's hearts. Our HR report is very important. We spend a lot of time. Let them look at the good side of employees. A good person is often praised. Do you think he'll do something bad? He wouldn't dare. But if you criticize him once, he'll have the guts to do something bad. Why is that? Employees are like people wearing white clothes. They're spotless. If there's nothing at all, I'm telling you, he'll always keep it. But if there's a drop of ink on it, or a few drops of dirty water sprayed on it, I'm telling you, he'll be dirty to the end of the line today. He must have the guts to do something bad. I'm already bad anyway. That's human nature. So remember, when a person is constantly being praised, bad people will become good. When a person is constantly criticized, good people will definitely become bad people. Simply put, the only way to prolong the life of a company is to follow the hearts and minds of the people.